Hey guys, it's James Holt back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a review of OnlineJobs.ph, which is a fantastic job platform for hiring virtual employees from the Philippines. It's where I hire my VAs, and they've been a great help with growing this YouTube channel, as well as my Shopify businesses, social media accounts, and all of that. The place I hire all my VAs is OnlineJobs.ph. This was a massive discovery when I found this site, and I'm so glad I did. That's why I'm going to shoot this quick little video explaining the benefits, why you should hire from them, and also the one big problem I see with the platform, which it could still improve upon. So, the way it works is you pay $69 per month to get access to this site. It's a jobs platform. If you're a member, you can post job descriptions, so people can apply to you directly on the platform. The cool thing is, unlike other job sites or freelance platforms, you don't hire the employees through them. You hire them directly yourself, you pay them yourself, you manage their time themselves, you do everything yourself. You have 100% control. That also means you can cancel after you hire, so you don't need to keep your membership active. Although it's a $69 a month reoccurring bill, you don't actually have to keep it open. You can just hire the people you need, close the membership, and be done with it until you need to hire someone again. That's what I did. It's what lots of people do. In fact, that's what they recommend you do. So there's nothing cheating about this little trick. It's just the way the system works. You can cancel when you're finished hiring. That's an important thing to note, because I know a $70 rebill seems like a lot for a lot of people, but in fact it's really just a 70 time one-time fee if you manage to hire everyone within the month. And quite frankly, you won't have any problems doing that because there are tons of good candidates on this site. The problem you're going to have is too many applicants, not that you can't find the right person. So, things I like about OnlineJobs.ph. First of all, like I mentioned, the employees work for you. Also, they're not on a freelance platform. The problem with platforms like Upwork is they work for you. You hire someone, you train them, you give them experience, and you build their credibility because they have more built hours thanks to you. Well, what you've now done is you've made them more valuable, which means they can get jobs elsewhere, paying them slightly more, and they will jump ship. Done. No loyalty, no long-term commitment, no trust built up, because it's hard to work long-term with a freelancer from Upwork. OnlineJobs.ph is much better at this. You hire them, they work for you. They're not working for you 4 hours a day, working for someone else 2 hours a day, and then doing 1 hour a day of applying to jobs. No, they work for you. End of story. They also don't take a cut out of their salary. So you don't actually hire anyone through online jobs. What you do is you hire them yourself. Pay them through PayPal, Bitcoin, whatever you want. You agree with them how they get paid, when they get paid, how much they get paid, all of that. Of course, it's then also your responsibility to see how much work they've done. Are they doing the work that they need to do? You don't have someone like Upwork who, at least in theory, guarantees that the work is getting done truthfully. So you don't have the customer support for managing your people, but you have full control, which I personally prefer. At least now, if I get ripped off or if it doesn't work out, I can say it's my fault. You have full control, full responsibility, which suits me personally. Good thing is you've got people working, looking for long-term employment. These aren't just short-term gigs where they will jump at the next opportunity that pays them $1 more an hour. People are looking for a job. They live from this. You're giving them a source of income and a work life. You're giving them a job. I think that's, first of all, I think it's a cool thing to do. And it's also very useful for your business because they identify with the work they do. People identify with the work they do. You go out in your town, you ask people, what you do. They will all answer with what their job is, because in our society, that's what the question means, what you do. Nobody will answer, I like doing puzzles, because that's your hobby. People identify with their work, and that I found is the same in the Philippines. Your VAs, they will identify with the work you give them. You start to talk about the team, you talk about us when you mean the site. Just that kind of thing. You're building a long-term working relationship, and I think that's far more valuable than a bunch of short-term gigs with different freelancers. You've got a huge range of people on this platform. A lot of candidates with experience with Shopify, customer service, social media marketing, video editing, graphic editing, anything you need, they've got it on OnlineJobs.ph. At least in the digital marketing sphere, this is a great site for that. Other than all of that, they also have great guides. So you're not left in the dark. They have fantastic articles, guides on how to hire people, how to choose people, also how to manage people. So you can't just expect a new employee to work perfectly from day one. You have to train them, you have to teach them, and you have to incentivize them. They teach you how to do that. They also add in some cultural stuff about the Philippines that you may not know. For example, the 13th month salary as a bonus. So in December, you're going to pay them double just as a bonus. That's normal in the Philippines. They expect it, they factor it into their budgeting. So I think it's a good thing to do. And stuff like that. So not only do they offer a great platform with good people, they also have guides and information on the process. So these guys, they've been doing it for a while. These are real experts on outsourcing to the Philippines. Now, the big downside, or the only downside I found to this platform, is you get a lot of applicants. And if you post a job, you can easily be overwhelmed with the amount of suitable candidates. Now, that might not sound like a disadvantage, but how do you solve that? If you've got 100 applicants for a job and you're only going to give it to one person, all right, maybe let's say only 60% actually fulfill your criteria, and 40% just copy paste or spam application to everyone. That still leaves 60 people out of the original 100 that could potentially get the job, and that is just unmanageable. You cannot message all of them on Skype, you can't give them all a fair chance. So you need to make some sort of a decision who you're going to give a chance and who you aren't. This is a bit of a time drain, and it's a hard decision to make. I don't know what the best, most objective way to do it is myself. This is where OnlineJobs.ph could do a little bit of a better job with a filtering system, some sort of an algorithm. I know on Upwork they've got a rating system where the top people get shown right at the top. So if I've got 100 applicants on an Upwork posting, the best 5 according to Upwork's algorithm will be shown at the top. This does not exist on OnlineJobs.ph as of now. That's one place they have a bit of room for improvement, in my opinion. So how do I solve this issue? Well, what I do is I just go through the applications manually. I start at the back and go through them. What I'm looking for is people who have referred in their application specifically to something that it says in the job posting. So I want someone who's read it and sells themselves for this job. I don't want someone who just posts their qualifications. Of course, I'm also looking for someone who meets all the criteria, etc., etc. They have to be within my budget and all of that. What I generally pay is about in the range of 300 to 500 US dollars a month. That's for full-time work. Very cheap, and the work is surprisingly good. You don't get what you pay for. You get a lot more, especially if you put in a little bit of effort and train these people to do things the way you want. You can get insane value for very cheap. What I then do once I've found 5 people I like, so I said I go through the applications, find a few people I like, and message them on Skype. I always tell people to leave their Skype ID in the application so that I can immediately message my favorites. And I just pick the first 5 that I like, and then I basically stop looking at new applicants because, well, I've already got 5 people. Chances are one of them is going to do well in the interviewing process, and that's going to be the person I hire. I don't interview people over the phone. For one thing, internet connection in the Philippines can be a little dodgy, so Skype calls can be shaky to say the least. Also, I don't require someone who speaks good English. I need someone who can write good English. And the two are different. People aren't always comfortable talking English, even if they can write really well and understand text really well. Not everyone's comfortable talking. And since I don't need that for my job, I don't use it for the interviewing process. Is the way I do it ideal? Absolutely not, because, well, I just miss out a lot of applications, and some of these people might be really good and might actually be even better than who I ended up hiring. However, I just don't have the time, and there's no way of knowing without giving everyone a chance, which is not feasible. So, unfortunately, this is the best way, the most efficient way I've found of hiring people on OnlineJobs.ph. So that's about all I have to say for this. Before I'm going to end the video, I'm going to quickly jump over into the Chrome browser, and I'm going to show you what the platform looks like on the back end and walk you through a little bit of a job posting I did, why I write it the way I do, and all of that. You should by now have a good idea of whether you fancy this platform, and if you do, check out the link down in the description to OnlineJobs.ph. If you want to use my affiliate link, that's greatly appreciated. I get a little cutback from that at no extra cost to you. If you don't want me to get any money, you greedy bastard, then just get it. Google it, onlinejobs.ph, or visit the site directly. I get nothing from that. You get the same service for the same price. Do whatever you prefer.